Hello everyone, I'm Alicia and we're going to continue on with the numerology readings here for the life path numbers. This one is for life path number 4s. Okay, life path number 4. Going to go ahead and protect us. Dear Lord God, please protect me with your white light of protection always. Please help me to clearly see, hear, feel, and know the messages I'm about to receive and give. My intention is to communicate with spirit, with my spirit guides, with angels, with energy, and to do a general mediumship reading here for life path number 4s. All right, now, as I've done in each other one, I'm going to start with like the characteristics of the life path of number 4, and then I will go into the reading, and of course, all throughout, as I'm going through the characteristics and whatnot, I do channel throughout the entire thing. Actually, from the time I'm turning this on, I'm already channeling. So, I will let you guys know, as I do try to incorporate, readings and channeling without the cards, throughout it, all of it is timeless. It could be past, present, future. It could deal with you, somebody close to you, maybe somebody you haven't met yet. But the main messages, for these that I'm recording now are for the life path number 4s. Okay, people with the life path of number 4. All right. So, all right, people with life path number 4. It's considered the tetrad, which they have the characteristics of stability, structure, willpower, and order. Okay. The 4 elements are also quite strong with the life path number 4, meaning air, fire, water, and earth. Okay. They're very loyal and practical. They focus on creating lasting emotional relationships and having financial security. All right, the best days of the month for life path number 4s are 4, 13, 22, and the 31st. So the 4th, 13th, 22nd, and 31st. All right. Your character influences, order for life path number 4s are very important. Work, you generally tend to work in environments that are structured. You get fulfilled in spiritual service and enjoy being a part of a large organization or network. You do whatever needs to be done efficiently. You love working as part of a team. It makes you feel secure. You're exceptionally loyal and honest in relationships and friendships. Okay. Now, your shadow character, which is, our opposite side there, our shadow character for life path number 4s tend to have a lack of initiative, a little bit of fussiness, martyrdom, difficulty adapting to new people or surroundings. Okay. And then some advice to give life path number 4s is that it's okay to not conform, to society or to others, and it's okay to kind of go about and do things in your own way. Okay. So that's what I had channeled and wrote down yesterday. Actually last night, I'm starting to learning how to prepare prior. Let's see. Now, I have a few books that I do kind of look through, and okay, now for life path number 4s, again, this is life path number 4. All right. Ambitious, capable, and a born organizer. You've got what it takes to be self-sufficient and succeed at whatever you do. Practical and self-willed. Your life journey will involve enterprising business opportunities and creating a solid financial security for the future. Your key potential is to use your astute mind to build yourself as an empire. So make yourself your brand, figure out who you are, and you yourself is your brand. Okay. You're always reliable. People know that they can depend on you for help and support. You enjoy making great plans and following them through. You're often the power behind your partner's throne and are good at motivating yourself as well as others. Okay, public speaker. Public speaker would be a good job, okay? Down-to-earth ideas and practical skills make you the perfect self-starter in any project. All right, so, you're not sorry, my nose itches. You're not one of those, that kind of, would sit back. Your ideas are the ones that are come to the forefront, okay, and put them into practice. So don't sit back, kind of step forward there. Deep down, you want to be in control of money, people, and your life. Okay. You can want to do that, but don't do it in a negative manner. You might want to be in control, meaning like being the boss, being the leader, not in an abusive manner, like where you're controlling and possessing people. Yeah, that's not what we mean here. You really don't like change, and you prefer to stay with someone you don't love rather than take a risk on someone new. See, now that is kind of odd, in a way, because to me that feels like you just settle. Because you're kind of used to it, and it's like, okay, this is how it's going to be, so I'm just going to stay. That could just be the downside, of the characteristics of the number 4s. Secretly, you want to be a spy or the head of a company. Okay, so I'm not about this. He's not sure about the spy thing, but being a head of a company would be a great thing. Yeah, being a spy is not really something good. Maybe instead of a spy, like a private investigator. There we go. Like, do something like that. Spy, I think you get a lot of trouble for that or something. Anyhow, some people see you as a workaholic. Others just totally self-disciplined and trustworthy. Make use of this gift of stability and self-respect to get things done and promote yourself in whatever career your destiny number suggests. Okay, so, and I'm just giving you, different, this book that I was looking from here is from Sarah Bartlett. It's a directory on divination. So, I don't necessarily agree, with all of that, but it's just to give you different things. The thing I first read for Lifepath number 4s, is what I had, wrote down and kind of put together last night and channeled last night, in order to prepare. Now, number 4s, you're considered to be the solid one. You like structure. Let's see here. Okay, now to my flow lines. For the flow lines of number 4. All right. The flow lines of number 4, the gender of it is masculine and more of a physical. The energy of it is more physical. This is for the people that are into energy and things like this. So the flow lines of number 4, it is more masculine. Okay. More masculine. And more in a physical sense. All right. The energetic flow from the flow lines of number 4, meaning you receive from the universe, you structure it, and you ground it. Okay, so whatever you receive from the universe, you learn to structure it and ground it. All right, again, characteristics: structure, discipline, reliability, and stability. I'm going to move this a little bit here. Don't mind me. There's a glare on my glasses. Okay, that's sideways. Yeah, you know me. All right, there we go. A little bit better. It is what it is. Okay, anyhow. Now, the behaviors of the flow line of number 4, your constructive behaviors, all right? Getting organized, having the ability to apply your ideas, all right? Providing practical and patient service, being able to endure, to last. I mean, obviously, maybe that's why, as the other thing stated, you tend to stay in relationships, when you're not really like in love with that person, but you just stay there for the stability of it, maybe the two of you working together, just kind of, work in that sense, because you're both working. Okay, we got the bills paid, it's a mom and a dad, but there's really not that passion there, and that, real true love. It's just about stability. So I don't know, when it comes to me, I'm more for here. So, because it's about the person, and about love more so than what somebody can give me materialistically, so, and okay, anyhow, constructive behaviors of, continuing on, flow line number 4, being filled with devotion and loyalty, and trustworthy and economic. So yeah, economic. So like I just stated a second ago, and that's crazy, being in the relationship for the mere fact of, stability, because it works together financially, to each their own. I'm more for, finding your person, and or your twin flame, soulmate, and things like that. And there are differences there. We can have there. Hold on, I have to cough. There are all different types of soulmates. I will say that. You can have friend soulmates. You can have, romantic love soulmates. You can have a work co-worker, that's a soulmate. And family members can be types of soulmates. Karmic soulmates, are the ones that, to teach us lessons. And, and then we have what are called twin flames. And the twin flame is considered to be, okay, when it starts, it is one soul, and then it is split in half, okay? And so that soul's other half would be your person, you know what I mean? You're one soul, and then when you're brought back together, okay, you're one soul, you're split in half, okay? So then when you find your person, the other half of you, the other half of your soul, that would be your person, your twin flame. That is above all soulmates. An actual twin flame is above all soulmates, okay? That is the ultimate soulmate, because that is your person. That is the one that, the one that is actually your other half. So, and a twin flame would actually be your opposite, because they mirror each other, you know what I mean? It's like almost mirror each other. So anyhow, not a real good example there. I'm trying to get it out, but I'll do a whole thing on that too one time, a reading on, like soulmates and stuff like that. So anyhow, non-engaging behaviors for life path number 4s and their flow lines. Non-engaging, acting dull and plotting, not willing to take risk, being tight with money. So, kind of frugal, thinking in dogmatic ways, being rigid and severe, being restrictive of self, and showing a stubborn refusal to budge. So, being stubborn in the sense like, okay, no, this is what I want to do. And even though, like, in the back of your head, you can be open-minded, and open to other ideas, but you kind of stick to your convictions, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, this is what I feel, and this is, what I know, and I'm just going to go with that, because that's how I feel this time, even though, you may factually know that the other person's idea may be a little bit better, or logical, or practical. You tend to just stick with your own. You're that stubborn about giving in, so giving into others' ideas, even though in the back of your mind, okay, maybe I should do that, but it just takes you a while to give in, okay? It just takes you a while to give in. And then the destructive behaviors of life path number 4 are loving to destroy with violence. Oh, that's not good. I know we all tend to get angry at times, but let's not let's not take it to that deep dark side to where we're that violent, but okay. All right, lacking empathy, lacking empathy, generating jealousy, cruelty, violence through true hatred. Oh, that's not good at all. But we all have a shadow side, a dark side, a negative side. We all have positivity and negativity. That's where happiness comes, and then, you got happiness and joy, and, a little hyperness and stuff like that, and you got your laughter, and then on the other side, then you have your excuse me, your depression, and your, bad anxiety, and then, your anger and stuff like that. So we all have, both sides here. So let's not get it twisted about, oh, well, they said this about me. We all have, these traits within us. It's just whether or not we choose to, put them into practice. And it's just like, different life path numbers or different personalities, just like the different signs, the Capricorns, the Aries, the Geminis, all of us, each of these different things carry different personality traits and characteristic traits with them. That's why we're going through them. None of these make us a bad, terrible person. It's just, some of the life path numbers, some of the astrological signs, all of our personalities and characteristics carry some more so than others. That's what we're getting at here. So these are for life path number 4s. So let's not get all up in arms and show our violence and anger and hatred, toward Alicia here, because I'm, saying this or that. It's just you guys tend to exude, those are the destructive behaviors of the flow lines of number 4. Okay, so little disclaimer there. Let's not, let's boycott Alicia already. I'm just getting started, so chill out. So anyhow, next, again, we're going to, let's go ahead and get some cards. I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay, that's just the little characteristics and personality types of it. Now, okay, dear Lord God, please protect me with your white light of protection always. Please help me to clearly see, hear, feel, and know the messages I'm about to receive and give. My intention is to communicate with spirit, with my spirit guides, angels, energy, and to do a tarot, an oracle, and a mediumship reading here for life path number 4. These are for life path number 4. Life path number 4s. All right, shuffle one more time here. Life path number 4s. All right. All right. All right, Spirit. What can we say about life path number 4s? All right. First one that flew out, we have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups. King of Cups for life path number 4. One of these days I'm going to get these down pat. All right. I'm starting to sit and study them. It's just and I will be honest about this. I'm just starting to get my memory up and going and good again when it comes to things like this. Me being in addiction, and overdosing, several times. And I will say, I think being also in abusive situations and relationships, with being hit, and having the concussions and things like that. So being in those situations and then overdosing, has caused, some of my memory to not be so well. My long-term memory is really good, and it's starting to come about a lot better. But when it comes to my short-term memory, that's why I write everything down. People, why don't you put it in your phone? Because to me, having an actual pen to paper, and for some reason, because when we tend to be on our phone, we tend to be like this. And to me, in my mind and brain, how I work, that's not what is suited best for me. So that's why, I have pen, I have paper, and I talk about it, and I write it down, and I rewrite things down, over and over. And but I do have a little bit of OCD too. So like, and I was this way even back in school. Like when I would start to write my paper in class, like if I wrote my name at the top, and if I didn't like the way it looked, I would rip out that piece of paper and I would start over just by my name or the date at the top. And if it didn't feel right to me then, just by writing my name, I would waste a whole sheet of paper and start over. So, but anyway, so that's why I write everything down, and even when I'm at church and meetings and stuff like that, I know people are probably thinking, what is she writing down? What is she taking notes about? My memory. That's what it's for, my memory. And just trying to help myself out, and learn, because they do say, and I will state this too, this is a true fact, and you can research it and look it up. People that are in, the stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, whether it be early stages or even later, especially early stages, it is good. And as we get older, it is good to read. It is good to read, and not necessarily on your phone, like a book, an actual book, and a physical book, and not watching TV, but an actual physical book, and to write things down. But they say if you're going to read something, like a book or a newspaper or something or an article, read it, and read the same thing every single day, and to read it out loud, because you're looking at, okay, you're seeing it, and then as you're reading it aloud, you're saying that too. And then so when I do that, and then at times, that's why also when I read out loud, because I read the Bible out loud, and then I will take notes and write it down, even though I'm reading it out loud to myself, that's for my memory and my comprehension, to helping and learning to gain my memory back, and helping it to get better, and again, I will say, to help it get better again, because I used to have a great memory, and I used to be able to memorize books, as a child. My mama told me that this was before even kindergarten, that I would memorize books from front to back, word to word, but yet, and I would sit there, and then she said, and I would read the whole book, from front to back, and then my mama would say, okay, now Alicia, well, what is this word? And I said, well, I don't know, and she, well, okay, well, what is this word? Well, I don't know. And then she'd say, well, how did you read that book? And I'd say, well, I don't know. And then I would just start again with, even though I didn't know the actual word, I would just continue on, because it was in my memory. It was like almost like a photographic memory there. I had memorized books from front to back, word for word, but yet, even at that little age, I didn't know exactly what each word was, but I knew I memorized it, from her reading it to me, and from me seeing and watching, and that was just absolutely amazing. And that was at 3 and 4 years old, and that is a true story. I was told that per my grandma, for as long as I can remember, growing up. And so anyhow, yes, read things over and over. If you're more of an auditory learner, that is the whole point of when you're reading things, reading it out loud, because then you're hearing it too. And so there goes with, the reading things constantly, reading it out loud and writing it down, because then we've got all those things, we're incorporating them all, with helping in our memory, so those of you out there, who may, take care of those, that are older, or maybe if you have a family member or somebody in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer, just remember that, and even for yourself, to help sharpen your memory a little bit, or help to gain it back some, like I said, if you've had concussions, any type of brain trauma or anything like that, you can, even if it's just, start with, 5 minutes a day, and then move it up to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then up to 20 minutes or so, however long you feel, is best for you. But remember, it's the same thing, over and over and over. So, and that's why, yes, and I do choose the Bible. That's why I read the Bible, and I start at the beginning and I go all the way through, and then I'll read the Bible again, start at the beginning and then go all the way through, and then start at the beginning and then go all the way through, you know, because I've read it several times, you know, but then when I look at things online, you know, positive affirmations and stuff like that, you will see I've got notebooks and notebooks and notebooks and journals, you know, of things that I've looked into and researched and studied, you know, positive affirmations, motivational affirmations, and quotes, you know, that people have said, you know, all this stuff that I've learned about, you know, crystals and gemstones, and you know, you've got the light and the dark, the angels and the fallen angels. You know, I've read and learned about all the different types of angels, you know, that there are. Let's see, what else? Just anything I possibly, you know, could learn about. You know, that's how I learn things, and I write things down, and I put things in journals, and things of that nature. So yes, I'm sorry, I look around a lot, I move around a lot, you know, I see a lot of orbs and things like that. Anyhow, back to life path number 4's King of Cups here. Sorry about that. That needed to be channeled, you know, what I was saying, that needed to be channeled about. Obviously there's those out there, life path number 4's, or someone you may know that is going through issues with memory. So that message needed to be channeled. Like I said, everything I say, you know, I say for a reason, and not just to talk. I'm not sitting here just to hear myself talk. There's a reason, you know, why the words are coming out of my mouth, because they're needing to be heard. You know, somebody needs to hear what I'm saying. So, okay, for life path number 4 is your first card that came out, is the King of Cups. And, okay, and these represent people who have the qualities of empathy, compassion, and emotional intelligence. All right, taking action and upholding your boundaries while being mindful of those around them. This person could be you. All right, so it could be somebody around you, or it could be you. It represents the energy of a situation that requires the setting of boundaries and expressing of compassion. Okay, because sometimes, like I said, prior in the flow lines of life path number 4, some of the destruction or destructive behaviors that you guys can exude is the lack of showing empathy, So, learn how to set boundaries with expressing, you know, your compassion. Just don't not show it. Just set boundaries in doing it. You know, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underdo it. Just learn how to set boundaries and how you go about things, okay? With your love and romance, life path number 4's, you're blessed by the presence of a partner who is stable, sensitive, and emotionally intelligent. It may take a little time to open up to one another, but once the walls come down, there is a wonderful potential for deep love. Bring the energy of compassion, empathy, and support into your relationship in order to deepen your connection, okay? Bring the energy of compassion, empathy, and support into your relationship in order to deepen the connection. Like I was talking earlier, you know, with... and I don't want to say just settling, but that's the words that I'm getting and I'm hearing, is you guys just tend to just settle, and, you know, you're just kind of... with whatever relationship, because like I said, you know, you might feel that financially it's the best thing to do, you know, but are you truly happy? Are you truly happy in that relationship? You know, and I'm hearing no. There's a lot of number 4's out there that are just in relationships that I mean, you love the person, you know, there's a difference to me, and this is my opinion, and this is how I feel. There's a difference between, okay, you can have love for someone, you can love someone, and then you can be in love with somebody, okay? You know, you can have friends that you love, and then you can be in romantic relationships with people, you know, that you love also, but then to actually truly love someone else unconditionally, you know, to be able to unconditionally love somebody else, no matter what, you know, throughout all their faults and flaws, you know, stick with them no matter what. If you can, you know, share that and feel that way about another human being, then that means that you feel that way about yourself, you know. And being able to unconditionally love another person, and be there for them, through their ups and downs, in sickness and in health, good times and bad. That's why it even states that in the Bible. That is true unconditional love. And like I said the other day when I was talking about, when you truly love somebody, being able to look at them and having that intimacy right there, and just looking at them, or just sitting next to them, and just knowing like nothing needs to be said, nothing needs to be done. Like you just know that that person loves you, and you just know that you love them. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So instead of, okay, number 4s, I'm going to give you this advice, and I'm not, trying to sit here and break up relationships or things like that. But, sometimes in life, we need to take a step back and look at things and realize that it's not always about the material things. Yes, we do need money, on earth here to survive and to get by, and to make it in this cruel world that we live in. And because this world is ruled by money, but then on the other hand, money is the root of all evil. And because look at what it does to people. It makes people angry and envious and jealous, and it brings about arguments and fights. And people, if they don't have it, or don't have things, then they fall into a depression, or become something else. But then you have those, that are humble and have humility about them, and they don't have these material things, but yet they're humble enough to know and to see and to actually know and understand that even if they don't have all the money, in these riches and material things in the world, that they actually have what they need. If you can actually find that within you, the prosperity, the abundance, the richness, the wealthiness within you, that God provides for us, then that is what, you need. When I pray, God, please protect me, Father, protection. And please forgive me for I sin, put me wrong sins. I pray for patience, strength, courage, knowledge, wisdom, faith, and love. All the things in this world that I need. Okay? I have this prayer that I, pray to myself. And I say, I pray for patience, strength, courage, knowledge, wisdom, faith, and love. All the things in this world that I need. Okay? Because I know there's things in this world that I want. But, I pray for the most important things that I feel that I need, which is patience, strength, courage, wisdom, knowledge, faith, and love. Those are the things that if I'm prosperous, abundant, rich, and wealthy in, then all that leads me to Him, to God, and that in turn can bring about the material things of this world, and I didn't realize that before. I not just me, but there's a lot of us in this world, and I'm channeling this because we're doing the number 4s, and I feel the number 4 sometimes can get so focused on the material world and the things, of this world. And the things of this world are brought about, sometimes by the jealousy, the envy, the money, and the money being the root of all evil, which is the devil, and the jealousy, the envy, that's the devil, that's the negativity. And, you know, it's great to have money. And like I said, even when you have it, you know, give to charity, give to those who don't have, you know, give to those in need. And I know there's a lot of us out there, you know, that do. And like I've said before, you know, I try to do what I can. Even, you know, now I don't have anything, you know, but I try to give what I can, when I can. And when I do have something, I do give to those in need, you know. And I'm usually still left with nothing, but you know, money wise, but that's okay, you know, because somehow, some way, I always end up with a little bit of something, you know, to get me by, you know, with what I need to survive, you know, in this life. So anyhow, all right, you know, that all needed to be channeled too. You know, those messages needed to come out. And I know I use I statements, and I know I use myself as an example. You know, so I'm not just sitting here like talking about myself. I'm using, you know, myself as an example so people can relate. And I feel it's easier for me to do it that way, you know, to get the message out. So, all right. Anyhow, life path number 4s with your King of Cups. Okay, for your career and money, you're moving in a leadership role at work, or others at work view you as a leader. Okay, step into that role. You may be organizing people around a cause or an event. This card indicates that you are already in a stable career or are capitalizing on a wise financial investment opportunity. Listen to your gut rather than overanalyzing or intellectualizing in the workplace, since this will lead you toward positive outcomes. Okay. For personal and spiritual, you're working on creating or maintaining strong boundaries in your relationships. Allow yourself to rely on the presence of support and emotional stability through tough times. Okay, you will make it through. It may also mean that you are in a position to support others and provide guidance. Others may look to you for leadership in a creative project. Okay, man, my leg. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Down here sitting like a cheerleader, which is fine. Yeah, I used to be a cheerleader, and I find myself, you know, I always still just sit that way, how we used to sit with our legs like crossed. But so anyway, okay, let's keep going here. So those were the King of Cups. Wow. Okay, we have a lot of things coming out. We might just be doing some tarot today for the life path number 4s. Next one I got was the Fool. These are for life path number 4s. We have the Fool here, okay? And all right, this generally means this is where your adventure begins, all right? Number 4s, you know you're on the right path. The Fool knows he's on the right path. Okay, so don't take this as, oh yeah, you're silly, you're a fool. No. You know you're on the right path, even if you do not know where it will lead. All right, that's okay. Like I was channeling a little bit ago, you know, about the relationships, and number 4s, life path number 4s, you know, seeming to stay in relationships, you know, maybe for financial security, sorry, and stability. Something's trying to get me, you know, to not speak on this, but it needs to be said, you know. No, we're going to do it. Take a risk. You know what I mean? If you're unhappy in a situation, and you feel like, you know, your life is just not fulfilled in that relationship or at a job, you know, or anything, you know, take the leadership role in that. You know, be a leader to yourself, and don't be afraid to step up and move forward, you know, to like bigger and better things for internally and for yourself. Okay, that's what I'm going to say on that one. Okay, be able and be willing to take that risk, you know, because with the knowledge that every big leap forward may have its pitfalls, and that setbacks are lessons that will guide you on your journey. But just use your intuition. Okay, use your intuition when it comes to this, you know, and just sit back and think, how can I be most happy? How can I bring peace and contentment and joy into my life. If I'm just complacent and stagnant right now in my life, if me moving forward from my present situation right now, I don't want to be afraid about that. Let's take the risk. Let's move forward, and let's see what happens. Okay, number fours. All right, let's do that. All right, let's step in too. Let's get out of that complacency, out of that stagnation, and just move forward. Okay, tune into your guidance and heed the messages that you're hearing from your inner self. Okay, your inner voice. All right, your intuition. Listen to that. All right, so you can move forward on your own path that you were destined for. Not the path of, financial security. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm with this person, and but it's like you both are sitting on, opposite ends of the couch, and you do your thing, and then she does her thing, and I go to work, and you go to work, and it's like you're just passing each other, and just living it's like your roommates. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You want to be happy. You want to enjoy your life, not just living it, just to pay bills, because you're house poor and car poor and all this other stuff. You want to be able to have these things, but you want to do it and be happy and joyful at the same time, so I'm all for, being with and, oneself. If you feel like you need to be by yourself for a point of time, until your person comes into your life or until they come back into your life, then that's what you need to do, because I was on a path of self-destruction for a long time, and I've stated this before, with being an addict. I wasn't just an addict of drugs, in a sense. I was an addict of everything, very codependent, an addict in relationships and sex, and just almost everything, and just an addict of finding love, and all that falls back on not having that internal and love for myself. Okay, so, if I wasn't doing the drugs and things like that, then I'm doing other self-destructive behaviors, addictive behaviors. I'm going out there and, I was a sex addict, and, and then the eating disorder, that's self-destructive behaviors too, all because I didn't love myself, because I was looking for these other people to fill what I didn't realize at the time, that I could feel myself, through God, for real, through God, because, God is the one that showed me how to love myself, how to truly love myself, like through Him, and it's just been the greatest thing ever, the greatest thing ever. I used to be so needy, a very needy person, and I'm not as needy anymore. I still see a little bit of things here and there. I may get stressed out, and then I become a little bit overbearing, when it comes to, like I stated, the ex in prison. We're not together, I don't think right now. I don't even really know what's going on, but so it's like I was stressed out last week and depressed, and he and I still do talk, and then here I am. It's like, okay, I haven't heard from him in a couple days, and I don't know what's going on, and he tells me he loves me and misses me and all this stuff, but then on the other hand, then it's like, oh, but Alicia, I don't want to stress myself out, I can't commit to you completely, because I'm in here and I still have X amount, a year and a half left to go, and it's like, okay, you're giving me messages of I love you, but yet I can't be with you. I love you, but I can't commit to you. And it's like, wouldn't that usually be the person on the outside doing that? Not somebody in there. But I understand, this not being his first go round, that I understand where he's coming from, but like I said, I got stressed out and depressed, and I was having like a little anxiety panic attack. And so what did I do? Oh my God, that, and then I fell back into that neediness and that self-destructive behavior of, oh, I need this person, I need somebody in my life. And I was clinging on and trying to cling on to somebody that, wasn't even like trying to cling on to me and speak to me. And So here I am bombarding him. I thought, oh, okay, instead of messaging him, I'm going to send him little videos. I sent little videos. I gave him like a reading. And it's so silly. They need to change this in the prison system, because for us to record a video, it's only 30 seconds. And so here I am talking like the Micro Machine Man. If anybody knows who that is, there were these little cars back in the day called Micro Machines, and they were little cars, and they were tiny little Micro Machines. I think Hot Wheels made them. So anyhow, the guy that did the commercials, I mean, he spoke so fast. It was like blah, 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 it was crazy it was insane how incredibly fast this man spoke. Okay, so here I am like sounding like this guy, and I know the people, because they review the videos and your messages that you send, so they have to approve them before they send them through. And I'm like, I know these people think that I'm probably like high as a kite, because I mean, you only get 30 seconds. So here I am trying, to channel and read and get in 30 seconds as much as I can. So I ended up sitting, I forget how many darn videos, because, you only get 30 seconds. They should at least put it up to a minute. I mean, at least put it up to a minute, So I know I sound like a crazy person. He probably, same thing. Oh my God, she's on drugs again. No. And so I sent a text, after my messages had been approved, and I said, okay, by the way, we only get 30 seconds on these videos, so I was trying to read and talk as fast as I could, to get what messages I could out there, to you. I said in the 30 seconds that I could. And anyhow, my hair's a mess. I had just got up a little bit ago. So anyhow, back to the Fool. For love and romance, it indicates the Querent should take a chance on love or be open to a new beginning with an existing relationship. Trusting your intuition and leaving the past behind. It's never too late to begin again. See, with what I'm talking about, if you're stuck in a relationship or situation or job where you feel like, okay, I'm doing this just because of these certain aspects, say like, and I keep repeating it, there's a certain reason, because of financial stability, or because, this is the norm and this is what I'm conformed to. And, this is what society, says that we're supposed to do. And this is the way we were brought up and thought, be your own person and use your intuition. And at the end of the day, it all falls back on being happy and love. Love is what makes the world go round initially. That is what makes the world go round. And in the Bible itself, it stays all the time. That's what everything falls back on, is love, 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 love of God, love of self. That is the biggest lesson in life that we have to learn, is that unconditional love of self and God, okay? So it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to begin again. I have a friend, and I saw it on Facebook, and he's just, graduating college. Super proud of him, and I don't have a college degree, and I never got a chance, to finish out through all of that. And, I know in my addiction, I probably embellished, some of my life, or, there were some things or aspects of my life, that I kind of like twisted a little, and why? Because embarrassment and shame, about the fact that I basically have been an addict my entire life. My entire life. And, my entire life has been spent on being in abusive relationships and being on drugs and going through all of these things and having all these self-destructive behaviors because of being and going through so much trauma and abuse, and addiction and all of these things. And it's just, I'm so glad. I mean, yes, it might have taken me this long, to get there, but this is the time I was supposed to get there. So kudos to my friend out there, who finally got his college degree, from the Ohio State University. Congratulations to you, for real. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. Okay, next, career and money. Take a risk and try something new. Everything may not run smoothly, but being bold is the only way to get to the next level in your career. Listen to your own inner guidance, and you may experience beginner's luck. See, take that risk, go out there, take that leap of faith, okay? And things are going to turn out for the better. You're going to have, a better sense of self, a better sense of understanding of, loving yourself. And then in turn, you're going to be more happy because you're going to be enjoying the work that you're going to be doing. You're going to be enjoying yourself more, and then you can enjoy your life. Okay, so again, with personal spiritual, take a leap of faith and trust that you have the support of the universe. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Instead, acknowledge that the lessons you encounter will lead to expand consciousness and unforeseen opportunities. They are a part of your personal and spiritual evolution. Okay, and again, like I've told you guys before, all right, in my readings, what I'm doing, I'm just giving advice. I'm giving advice, okay? I'm not saying, for you to say, oh, Alicia said this, to go and leave my wife or leave my girlfriend or quit my job. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to give sound advice. These are all for life path number 4s right now. I'm just trying to give advice, from the universe, from spirit, trying to help guide, and you can take my advice and guidance if you'd like, and if not, that's fine and up to you. I'm just a medium. I'm the go-between person, and I'm just channeling the messages, that spirit wants me to channel. So 5, 6, 7, 8 of wands here, and then 8 of wands, and then I'm going to stop on the tarot on that one. 8 of wands. Well, maybe. Okay. Anyway, it's a good day to be a good day, right? All right. Oh, okay. Okay. 8 of wands reversed. 8 of wands reversed. All right, it indicates delays or hang-ups which put a damper on your enthusiasm about something you've been anticipating. These delays are no accident. They are divinely timed to highlight an important realization, something you need to recognize before you can continue down your current path. Perhaps this lack of movement is reminding you to enjoy the process without being so focused on the outcome. So again, and see, with me, I can understand things, a little bit differently, or maybe my perception may be different. But again, with that, sitting in complacency and stagnation, in the relationships or workplace that you're in, and not truly being happy in that, and afraid to leave or afraid to move forward from certain things for fear of the unknown and fear of, oh my gosh, what is going to happen, but you're truly not happy, and it's afraid, okay, well, if I leave this relationship, if I leave this job, if I put my all out there on this new person, what if it doesn't work out? Okay, then it doesn't. Then it doesn't. Then that's just another lesson. And then, but what do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? Because at the end of the day, what you're trying to gain is this in here. And I keep repeating that. But there's a reason why that needs to keep being repeated. Because we've all lost sight of that. We all have lost sight of that. And there's a lot of us out there that are just blind and are asleep and blind to the fact and the reality of what is in front of us. People need to wake up. People need to wake up, open their eyes, and see the truth behind everything. Okay? And the reality of what is. The things that people actually think are reality are actually illusions, and the illusions, or the things that we think that are illusions is actually what is reality, and people can believe that or not all day long, but there's a vast, huge world out there. And I heard it stated the other day, someone made a comment about science and how basically the Bible is the Bible, and people preaching on science and things like that. Well, in all actuality, everything is science. God created the heavens and the earth, the heavens and the earth, the stars, everything that we have here in front of us, this phone, ourselves, these books, pens, everything, the grass, everything is made up of atoms and molecules, and which that falls into science. Astronomy is the study of the stars and space and the planets. That's science, and all of that was created by God. We as humans, biology is the study of humans and stuff like that, and that is science, and so in this, everything falls back on science. You have your marine biology, which is the study of, the animals in the water. The animals in the water were created by God. The animals on the ground, the birds in the air, they were all created by God. That is all science. It's not about, and that is why, and I'm sorry for stuttering, but that is why I state all the time that I don't particularly pick one specific religious denomination. I am a very spiritual person. I do believe in God, but in a sense, we have to not, and people are probably going to get mad for me saying this, but not be so ignorant and to the realization and ideas of what truly is. And what truly is science. All the planets and the earth and everything is science, and God created all that. It's not about Scientology and that religion, or Catholicism, that religion, or the Mormons, or Christianity, Judaism, all of that. That's in my opinion, or the people that are Wiccas, because that is a religion, Wiccans, is a religion. Buddhism, I will say, that is not considered a religion, okay? Buddhism is considered a way of living and a way of life, and you can research that and read into that all day long. Islam and Hinduism is a religion, but Buddhism is a way to live your life, spiritually, and it's about, your energy chakras and meditation and peace, and bringing oneness to yourself, and learning that oneness through meditation, and getting yourself right and one with yourself and with God. That's what Buddhism is about, okay? Real quick here, Healing Spirits Oracle, Life Path number 4's Healing Spirits Oracle, Life Path number 4. Okay, we're going to read real quickly. Life lessons again, okay? Life lessons again. Life Path Oracle, or Life Path number 4's in my Healing Spirits Oracle, okay? We've got life lessons again. So we're going to be stepping into a time of learning more lessons, and like I said, even if that means, okay, taking the risk and going and finding that new job or relationship, or starting a new relationship, and if, don't feel like, the job that you quit or moved on from, or trying to gain a new job, it's going to be a failure. No, it's not a full failure. It's a lesson learned, okay? Life lessons again. You might grow to find that there's no actual right or wrong in this world, and that everything happens in order for a lesson to be learned. Now's a good time to remember that your spirit guides are helping you to understand your own life lessons, and you will soon come to know why you chose them this time around. You may wonder why you have given yourself such difficult tasks, but once you understand your lessons, you won't have to learn them again. Also, by learning them, you will give yourself power over the rest of your life. Okay? And then we have trust in the wise spirits, and your prayers will be answered. Trust in the wise spirits, and your prayers will be answered. Okay, let's see what time it is. All right, I got 20 minutes here. I've got an appointment at 9 a.m. So trust in the wise spirits, and your prayers will be answered. Number 33, you know, have faith in God. Have faith in God and the ascended masters and, you know, your guardian angels and all of that, because they're all real. Have faith, you know, in all of them. And the wise spirits, that's who the wise spirits are. You know, there are angels and guardian angels and ascended masters, you know, and who then in turn, you know, work for God. So, you know, that's who they are healing spirits, you know, whether it be those that have passed or those, you know, that are angels. Trust in the wise spirits and your prayers will be answered. Okay. The spirit masters always hear your prayers and want to help you when they can. What did I state the other day? You know, that is their job. That is the job of angels, to help out human beings. But they are not allowed unless we give them permission. So you ask when, you know, by prayer, writing it down, placing a note under your pillow, you know, however you feel it best to do it, speaking it out loud, you know, again, praying, asking, you know, God, asking the angels, help me, step in. I need divine intervention. You know, I need you to help me. I can't do all of this on my own. You know, I need you to guide me. I need you to show me a sign. Do something, you know, please, you know, do something. And they will. Even when you believe that your path is blocked and a sense of helplessness takes over, offer up your prayers to them. You only have to ask once. Repetition makes you doubtful. So asking one time, okay, it's about having that faith and that belief. Okay, I know that things will work out. I'm going to pray on this. I'm going to pray on this, and I know in divine right timing, things will happen as they're supposed to, when they're supposed to, okay? All right. The spirit masters will give you a sign that they have heard your prayers, and you must leave it in their kind and safe hands. Allow them to guide you appropriately when you need a light on the path. And when it does appear, follow it and let it lead you to the next level of your life. Remember, trust is its own reward. And when you trust in the spiritual sages and masters, there will always be a light to show you the way. Again, with that light, you know, like I said, everything I channel is from the light and from the light source, which is God. Okay. And his angels. Okay. And people can think I'm a quack job. I really don't care. I really don't, because, you know, I was stated the other day, even at church, it was told to me that somebody thinks that what I'm doing, once again, is evil, bad, and, you know, maybe from the devil or something. You know, again, I'm not possessed. I'm not doing works of evil. I'm doing my life purpose and my soul mission, which is to help people and to be able to channel and communicate and get out healing messages to people, messages that help people, okay? And then in turn, they can help others. I'm doing, you know, everything I do is channeled from the light, nothing else. I don't allow anything of evil or bad to channel through me, okay? So if people do not understand that, that's for them to not understand. God gives us all gifts. It's stated in the Bible, the gift of being able to see things, okay? The gift of being able to hear things, the gift of just knowing, you know, which means discernment, okay? The gift of prophecy, and the gift of healing, and the gift of speaking in tongues, you know, and being able to understand when people are speaking in tongues. Okay, God gives us these gifts. It's all in the Bible. Research it, read about it, okay? It's just up to us to decide and figure out which one of these gifts. You know, it could be one, it could be two, you know, it could be all. It doesn't matter. But God is the one that gives human beings the ability to have these gifts. It's just whether or not we are able and open-minded enough to open up our mind, open up that part of our brain, and open up that part of our heart and ourself to be able to utilize those gifts, okay, in a nice, healthy, godlike manner, you know, in a loving manner. So Everything I do is from the light and from good. And if others out there don't see that, and don't see that the messages I'm trying to get out there are for nothing but good, then these messages are not for you. Okay. Like I said, out there before, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. My messages will get out there to the right people, at the right time. So, next, for our daily crystal inspiration, moving right along, the first card that came out was pyrite. Okay, pyrite. Let the money flow in. These are for life path number 4s. Let the money flow in. We got pyrite. See, I'm getting the sense, and I'm channeling that of a new job. Okay, coming in. That of a new job coming in. Okay, a financial breakthrough is on its way. You have the power to create the wealth you desire. Put in the time and energy needed to pursue your financial goals. Hard work pays off. Be a money magnet and call prosperity into your life in all its forms. Money and fortune don't always appear in the way you would expect, so keep your eyes open for all the financial opportunities that present themselves to you. You are on the right track. Keep working, keep moving, keep going, and you will reap the rewards. What are your financial goals? What is your definition of success? If you had all the money that you could ever want, what would you do with it? What would you do with it? And I will say this, what would I do with it? Obviously I would get myself on my own feet. I would ensure that my children and my family, I would help them out. I would help those in need. I would help those that have helped me out in a time of need. I would help those, that don't have anything. I would give to others. I would be able to, have my own things again. And, you can have things and still be humble. And I would fulfill my dream by helping others. I would be able to have my own successful business at doing what I love to do, which is this, and helping others. And I would be able to have, my wellness center and be able to do that, and have this wellness center and retreat where people can come and learn about themselves and heal themselves in a holistic way, in an all-natural holistic way, no medicine involved, back to the basics. And I would be able to create it and have it because I have this vision, and be able to do things in the way that God is directing me to do it. In the vision that I have is the vision that God sees fit, for me to have. And it will come true one day. It will come true, Crystal action. I affirm financial prosperity surrounds me. Today, keep working towards your goals, knowing your efforts will pay off. Okay? They will. That's it on that one. And then last, we're going to do a starseed oracle for those of you that are into star seeds for life path number 4s. This one flipped over. Why did these come through? Let's get some new ones. Let's clear out the cards here. Life path number 4s. Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have loosen your grip. Loosen your grip. Okay? Loosen your grip. It says coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. Oh, hello. Yeah, that really needs to be read. And let God in. All right, loosen your grip. If you're stuck in a situation, if you're stuck in a job, loosen your grip on the feeling of, oh, this is what I'm conformed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do because this is, what's been ingrained in my head since, little on. Be your own person, be your own self, and live for yourself and God so you can be happy. Loosen your grip on society. Loosen your grip on the conformity, okay? And be your own person and use your intuition and let God guide you, not society. Let God guide you, okay? Not others. It says, We're cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and seasons. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are, see? The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationships, the jobs, the people pleasing. What have I been channeling this whole time? All about this. And then this card comes out in the end. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid of. Okay, to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into it. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us or clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter. What have I been saying this whole reading? To surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it may stay. But you can be sure that what is for you will find you, and you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. All right, in the Starseed Soul Inquiry, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? And I'm being told per spirit that that's it, because that's what I've been channeling, preaching, giving advice about this entire time for Lifepath number 4s, about coming into your own and using your intuition, okay? And if you feel something is not suited for you, if you feel complacent or stagnant in a job or relationship or something, or, I am going to say this, if you're in a loveless relationship or job, do what's best for you. Do what God is guiding you to do. Your intuition, God, all of that. And at the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you in order to be happy and to love yourself so you can love others, okay? Do what God is directing you to do. So with that, I'm going to end. I've got an appointment here in about 5 minutes, I think. 7 minutes. Oh my gosh, of course, 7 minutes. So, I'm going to say I hope everyone has a great Monday. All right. Peace, love, and light to everybody. Have a great day. Love you all. Bye.